this due course of your experience, your journey in life, can you tell me what was the pivotal moment that made you realize that you were meant to impact life through coaching and speaking? Because it has to be receptive as well, right? So you're speaking, but then when you don't understand, okay, in the broader audience you can still have a broader response, but when you're one on one or when you're training, it must be very different, unique. So what was that moment that made you realize that you were meant to impact lives through this?
Okay, there was no such moment, and there is still no
Okay.
such moment. It's never even crossed my mind that I'm meant to do this or this is my purpose. No, not at all. About not being, having these limited senses,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't bother me that much because that's all I knew.
Yeah.
Right. So I didn't know I was missing out on something, but I knew I was missing out on something, but I just didn't know what. In the sense
Yeah.
that I wouldn't catch conversations, I couldn't catch sarcasm, I couldn't catch someone's
Mm.
tone. So I knew I was missing out in a big way, but I had no idea what was missing. So
Right.
I never felt, I always felt odd or lesser than, but I didn't know what was wrong. And about
Right.
the coaching part, see, what happened was when this is sometime when I was in college. One day, the professor
Okay.
walked in and said, there's a debate, a university debate, and we need to send a volunteer to participate.
Okay.
And no one raised their hand. So at that time, I was the editor of the college magazine. So he looked at me and said, "When you'll do well, you handle it." So I had
Wow.
never ever in my life spoken in public or debated or anything because I was just generally terrified. But when the professor said my name, this was, I think, at the age of 18 or so. I was
Ah.
going through my transformation and I said, sure, why not? And
Hmm.
I went for the debate. It was at Mumbai University in Kalina. And I sat in the audience as others spoke. And as
Hmm.
I listened to them, I felt quite sure that my points were powerful and I think
Yes.
I would make a mark. And when my turn came to speak, I stood in front of everyone. I froze. Not a single word came out. I was hit and I didn't know what was happening. The
Okay.
judge right in front row nodded and showed a kindness to encourage me. He realized I was terrified and that terrified me even more. So I just ran away. And
Oh.
yeah, that was my first ever appearance on a podium in my life. But that incident just shook me to my core. And after that, I just gravitated towards any opportunity to learn this skill. So after that, I would participate in any elocution, any debate, any hosting or anything I could get my hands on. Not really party hosting. I've never done that, but more of hosting competitions,
Events. Yes.
quizzes,
Yeah.
leadership seminars, things like that. So I just gravitated towards it. And then it was like a muscle that kept building up. And that helped. About training, what happened was that I initially started a recruitment agency in Bombay,
Mhm. Okay.
now Mumbai. And I would go and approach HR managers of companies to, do recruiting with me, hire my firm.
Okay.
And occasionally I would wind up getting invited to speak to their employees on their annual day. They'd be like, why don't you come and say something? It'll motivate the team. And so initially I would just say yes and go. And these were lovely companies in Mumbai. And after a while, it started increasing and they just started offering me money. And then it
Wow.
turned into training. They would be like, why don't you conduct a program on this or on talk on this? Or so I would go back, study the subject, come, prep, and conduct sessions. And that's how it started. And then from there, it went to management training, it went to keynote speaking, it went to all of these different things.
Amazing. I mean, for someone who froze on stage, and you're saying that ever since then you did not miss out on any opportunity in school or college to, like, go on stage.
Yeah.
That's a next level determination I think one needs, because I've seen a lot of people when they face fear, they end up running away from it, and they're like, nah, let's not do it now, or procrastination happens, and then overwhelm happens whenever this opportunity is given. But I just love this experience and this journey of yours. I mean, you started a recruitment a firm, and then I think, yeah, the people in the organization saw that how amazing speaker you are, and they just wanted you out there, and it just went to the flow. And like you said, you kept on building your muscle in that area. It was so amazing. I mean, it's so inspiring, even for me, because I was a person who never participated in any extracurricular activities when I was in school. I don't know. I don't know. Something stopped me ever. I don't know how, why. It just happened. But when I went to college, just started participating in dance and, speaking. I used to never host events. I used to never do any kind of anchoring. And now I'm having an opportunity to talk to you. I think it's destiny or what, I don't know. But it's so beautiful how the circle of life and everything comes together. Uh, Thank you for sharing. This is very inspiring.